What's up, Parker? The Blue Review is back, and it's back officially, well, until tomorrow, because we're not going to do it tomorrow because Mason and Ireland are going into the Hall of Fame, and
Standing in the Hall of Fame.
we're not going to be here for you. But today is the official day of the Blue Review, and you are going to be on there with me most of the times. Parker Bell, and actually today Travis Rogers is going to just kind of come in and out at some point. Whether he comes in or not, I don't know, but he should at some
That's
point.
right. He should. If he knows what's best, he'll come in here.
Yeah,
All right. Otherwise I'll have to give him a little ribbing.
Oh, I want to see you give him a little rating. That will go over extremely well. I can't wait to see that. All right, by the way, Blue Review is presented by LAX. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to reduce traffic, save guest times, and transform the travel experience. Info at flylax.com, transforming LAX. All right, so what's going on? I see we're in the YouTube chat. I'm on the YouTube chat, so if you have anything, please just throw it out there. I see Ambiguous and Carlos Sanchez in there. That's the VP, by the way, the VP of the Handsome Man community that Clinton used to love talking about all the time. I love you. And by the way, Clinton will join sometimes. He's not going to be on every day. I think he's going to come in on Fridays, and we'll kind of figure out times to go in. But that's what this is going to be. We're just going to talk about Dodger baseball. People are going to come in and out, and it could be anybody. Like Steve Mason could be walking around the studio one time at 9:30 in the morning and say, "Hey, I want to jump in."
No, exactly.
I doubt it, but it's possible. So we had a lot of stuff go on over the weekend, Parker Bell, and one of the biggest things that I think that happened was you were at Dodger Stadium.
That's right.
Why were you at Dodger Stadium this weekend?
Yeah, the boys are out in Arizona, but I got a chance to get my first Dodger experience in 2024. And funny enough, it had nothing to do with baseball. What
were you doing there then?
I did the Spartan race. Now,
nice.
I know when I say that, you understand because you had a chance to do that back in the day. Well, I don't know, maybe it was recent.
What are you saying? I'm old? I mean, I am. But tell me about it. What'd you do?
Yeah, to those who don't know what the Spartan race is, I believe the creator of it just wanted to have some sort of way to kind of get back to our, the roots, do activities and exercises that are kind of primal in a sense, I guess you can say that. Probably a better word for that, but you're jumping over walls, you're carrying sandbags, you're throwing javelins. So I did the 5K, which is about 3-point-something miles, not too difficult. I feel like maybe you did one of the ones that was more.
No. I did
You did the 5K?
No.
Okay.
It's hard enough on a 5K.
That's true. And you know what? I did it with my girlfriend, which was awesome.
Cool.
She completed it. I was proud of her for doing that. And I know you wanted to ask me if I actually completed it and did everything. So I missed one event, and I'm wondering if you can guess which one I was unable to complete.
The one where you had to pull the thing, you had to pull like a big bucket up or something like that?
It had something to do with ropes, but it wasn't that one actually.
What was it?
It was just the main rope climb.
Oh, just the rope climb in general?
Yeah, I could not
believe. No upper
believe.
body strength, buddy. What's going on with you?
None at all. What is going on, man? It was at the end.
Did you do your burpees?
Of course, I did my burpee punishment.
Okay.
But just back to Dodgers. The fact that I was able to run through the concourse, run up and down the bleachers to the top deck, I started to get that feeling again that baseball is around the corner. The view from the top deck over Chavez Ravine was beautiful. And I was just happy that I got a chance to do it,
Little scene set from Parker Bell. I like
it. That's right.
But so you got to do that. That was your first, and there's a ton of firsts coming up for the Dodgers now. Gavin Lux is going to be starting at shortstop today for the first time in almost 365 days to the day. Tomorrow would have been that day that he was, and there's a lot of stuff going on tomorrow as well. It's in Shohei Ohtani is supposed to bat tomorrow. He's going to be in the lineup for the first time in spring tomorrow. So we're pretty excited about that one. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that the lineup, the 1, 2, 3, is going to go Mookie, Freddie, Shohei. I think we're all in agreement there. That's what it's going to be.
I think we all know it's pretty much set. I mean, when he first mentioned it, Roberts, everybody was just like, yeah, we know. It didn't come to a surprise to anybody. And I'm just excited that we finally get a chance to see Shohei in Dodger blue against, live pitching, another team, and it'll be the top of that lineup. We're just getting a view of what things could really be like. I mean, we've already seen we've seen some flashes of good stuff this spring training. I know it's only been 2 games, 3 games, but hey, I'm hopeful so far just from off of these first 3 games and these first previews.
Yeah, it's 4 games and they haven't lost yet. They had the one tie, but they
Mm-hmm.
won the other 3, and it means nothing. None of this means anything. They could
I don't
have
know. They
lost
tied
50.
the Angels, man. They tied the Angels. Better watch out.
Yeah, watch out. That's what we're worried about. I mean, it could be 15-0 for the Angels, and they would have lost. They could be 0-4. It wouldn't matter because none of this matters, and it's just they're just kind of getting ramped up. I think you have to look at specific things, right? You got to look at who is playing, what they're doing. So I want to see, like Gavin Lux today, first time at shortstop. I want to see how he does at shortstop because, like we talked about on our soft launch on Friday, it's can he be good enough at shortstop? Can his defensive ability be good enough? Is that knee doing okay? Is he finally back to who he could possibly be? Who he was supposed to be last year. I think the hitting's going to be there. I don't have a problem with that. I think he's going to hit with some power. He's going to get on base. He's going to be a pseudo leadoff guy at the 9 spot. He's going to do all that stuff fine. But I want to see what he does in the field. Can he be that everyday shortstop? Is he going to be, is there going to be too many errors? So I think that's what spring training is for. We're watching those specific little things, like Tyler Glasnow pitched the other day. And it wasn't great, but he got out. He had an inning and 2/3, gave it 4 hits, 1 run. I mean, it's kind of what you're expecting early on when you're just trying things. So if we're looking at specific players doing specific things, not like wins, losses, and that kind of thing.
No, I like what you say there about specific players doing specific things. Another first we saw already happen was the Vargas trying to get some left field minutes, playing time. I said minutes like basketball, but just getting some playing time out in left field. And I thought I saw some great things defensively. And of course, he's actually swinging in this spring training. That was a first.
Yep.
So it was really cool to see. And I know, like you mentioned, we're going to see Gavin Lux, and I agree. It's all about just seeing the little things. If defensively he will be ready to be the everyday player. I mean, we've talked about some people who we already noticed aren't really going to be ready in our soft launch, like Barnes as the backup. So not everything's perfect, but we'll see with Gavin Lux coming up. Today it'll be exciting, just probably for him mentally. This has been such a journey for him, the ACL. I know he's been talking about it a lot, how he's ecstatic to be back, but at the same time, it's like emotional roller coaster. That's a lot of weight on your shoulders, and there's a lot of pressure on him as well. So good luck to Gavin Lux. But one of the biggest firsts, and you already mentioned it, the Ohtani. We're going to see that first bit of the lineup. How are you feeling about that? And I mean, what are we looking for in Ohtani, really?
Look, I think he can go 0 for 3. He's probably only going to go at 2 at bats, most likely. Yeah. And he can stay in as long as he wants because he's DHing. But for the most part, he's going to get 2 at bats, maybe 3. And if he can go 0 for 3, and it won't bother me. He can go 3 for 3 with 3 home runs, and I won't think anything more. I think it's just I want to see him up there and seeing that he's tracking pitches well from a pitcher that's not a Dodger that he's seeing from live BP. I want to see him tracking pitches. I want to see how his swing looks, that he's not swinging to shoot, that he actually gets out of it because with the adrenaline's pumping you up. I want to see him get out of it and be healthy and okay. And that's the only thing that really matters, that he takes his swings. He swings at a few things. Maybe he gets some hits. Maybe he doesn't, but he's going to walk away and say, I feel good after this. That's the most important thing. And then he'll probably won't play again for another couple days. But the fact of the matter is that you're going to at least see Freddie. You're going to see Freddie 2 and Shohei 3. I don't know if Mookie's going to play tomorrow, but I know those 2 are going to be going at the same time.
Yeah, we'll have to double check with you. And I mean, I don't think it'll be confirmed probably by today. They might not, though.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, everybody's doing like split teams. It doesn't matter. But the fact that we'll see Freddie and Ohtani at least for two at-bats, it's going to be awesome. And
is that what you want to see? Like, what do you want to see out of Ohtani tomorrow?
No, I completely agree. I think that he can't do anything else, I mean, he's kind of pigeonholed into this, I have to just be a great hitter. So, I mean, we just want to see live hits, and that's what we're going to get. I think I want to maybe see a little bit of communication out of him, even though it's super early. It would be nice to see. Let's say he gets a hit. Come on, guys, let's go. Just to kind of prove a point. going forward
like,
that he is going to be that guy,
that prove that he's the on-field and off-field leader. He's going to be the guy that's going to get. What do you think are they going to do something like crazy? Because they had like
they had
the train thing before. Yeah, they had the Freddie thing. Like, is that going to be what is it? Are we going to find that out in spring training? What that thing's going to be? Is it going to take all the way to the regular season?
What I'm curious to see, because I've obviously been following Shohei as a SoCal sports fan. I won't go any further as to elaborate on that. As a SoCal sports fan, I've been following Shohei for a long time.
And it's okay. You can say it. You were an Angel fan until you came onto the Blue Review, and now you're a Dodger fan. I get it.
There we go.
Okay.
It's the debut.
Just be
Blue
real.
Review
Be honest, Parker. We want the truth. We don't want you to lie.
First real episode of Blue Review in 2024. The truth is out. I was an Angels fan, and you know what? I'm also just a baseball fan. I played baseball all my life, so there we go. That's me. Yeah. Now, like I said, I've been following Shohei, and I'm curious as to see when talking about celebrations. He used to do a celebration, the samurai chop, out to his relievers.
Yeah.
Every time he got a home run out in Anaheim, and I mean the whole team did it. So I'm curious if that kind of carries over. Of course, they had the kabuto, they had the samurai helmet, which is cool.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that might be specific to a team, and maybe it's old. He doesn't want to carry it over, but it would be cool. That's all I'm saying. It would be cool to see some. And also,
Patrick O'Neill, who's on the Angel broadcast, used to say "Sugoi," which means awesome every time you hit a home run.
The home run, yeah, that's right.
That may or may not come over. I mean, if it does, cool. If not, it's no big deal. But I
trust Joe to kind of come up with something new.
He'll come up
one of
with
the best
something.
in the business.
He's absolutely one of the best.
If not the best in the business, yeah.
I think in baseball right now, he probably is the best in baseball. He's getting close in football. Like Joe Davis is the real deal. That's not somebody ever to worry about. I just want to get something out from the chat that I saw here. It's from Carlos Sanchez. It says, is Gavin Lux still trade bait, or has he earned his spot? So we don't know. I mean, that's why we were talking about it before, right, Parker? So he could very well be trade bait if he does not get the defensive side of shortstop down. If he's not hitting at a clip that is at the right level, like he doesn't have to bat 300, 325, but if he's batting, 210 with no power and not getting on base and not doing what he's supposed to do at the bottom of the lineup, and his defense is bad, he'll be trade bait, but it's not going to be anything. You're not going to get anything of relevance. You'll get a reliever, but if he's actually comes out and he's hitting 300 and he's showing signs of power and he's playing a good enough shortstop, then no, absolutely not. He's still under contract. He's still under before arbitration. I mean, he still has a couple arbitration years. He's going to be around for a little while. He's a cheap shortstop that will be, if he's good, then he's going to stay. If he's not, they're going to get rid of him and go find somebody else because they're not screwing around this year. There's no part of the Dodgers right now that wants to give up any little bit. That's why they're signing lefty starters and James Paxton. That's why they're going out and getting Teoscar Hernandez. That's why they're deferring all the money everywhere possible. They want a championship and they want it now. Right, Parker?
Yeah. Greg couldn't have said it better, Carlos. You look at his stats, like before he got hurt, he was hitting really well. I think for a stretch there, he was about 290, almost 300 average, career average. Not career average, but average hitter. And throughout the season, he had like 420 at-bats, and he was hitting 276. So we don't necessarily expect him to get straight back to that. But if he's coming in below the Mendoza line, or if he's hitting, 130 for a stretch of time there, yeah, you said it best. Dodgers aren't playing around, and there are people on the market. There are people who we might see a team get off to a slow start, and they're just getting ready. Or there might be players who had an off year that the Dodgers, hey, let's go have a resurgence, a Tim Anderson of a sort. Let's save his career type of thing, so we won't know until we know. And that's that. But another first we wanted to get into real quick. Wednesday, we'll most likely see Yamamoto.
Yeah.
One of the most unique talents we've ever seen come over from the MPB to the MLB. So what are you expecting just to see out of that? I'm assuming the same as what we wanted to see out of Glasnow.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's all the same. It's especially early on in spring training, every single person that's going out there, we only just want to see the guys just get out of there and say, I'm feeling good. And that's it. Like you want to see a couple strikeouts. You want to see some of the stuff that he has. You want to see what are the dominant pitches that he throws. But for the most part, just get out of everything extremely healthy and just say, I feel great. That felt great. Maybe I wasn't locating my fastball the way I wanted to, or whatever happens to be. This is the time to figure those things out. So get out there and just show that it feels good and that you're happy and healthy when you get out of it. That's really the only thing I care about in all of spring training. Until we get to the regular season, I just want them to be healthy.
So, and of course, I saw in the chat, I am Biguous, I believe is how we pronounce it. He asked the same thing. What are your expectations for Yamamoto's spring debut? And just like Greg said right there, just healthy, get out of it safely. It's always cool to see the hype videos. I think that's going to be exciting to see him in blue, the MLB posting all about Yamamoto because Dodgers are the biggest brand. But as Reefism said on the bottom, does this mean baseball season is near? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
He answered, we are. Himself.
Please, we are in baseball season right now. This is the biggest thing that's happening because the Lakers are having some troubles. I mean, they're still above 500. They're going to be okay, but they're just not really that. They're not going anywhere, unfortunately, as of right now. Maybe it can change, but because they're not playing well, Dodger baseball takes over everything. Mid-season Laker basketball should be up all the way at the top, but Shohei coming in to hit tomorrow. Yamamoto pitching on Wednesday. Gavin Lux at shortstop. That's actually conversations that we will have on the air now, and it's going to kind of take away from what the Lakers are doing because they're not really that fun to talk about right now.
I mean, I think we can confidently say tomorrow, just the way they're marketing it and knowing that Shohei is going to be debuting with Freddie, it might be the most watched spring training game of all time. And it's not a hard bar the bar is not really set high, but I think it could happen. Just Shohei is bringing so much draw to the Dodgers, and it's so exciting. Baseball season is here, yes. So I had one thing I wanted to do with you, Greg.
Okay,
it's going to be a fun little game. Before we get to it, though, let's answer one quick question from the chat again.
All right.
Casper V, P1.
What's up, Casper?
He asks, outside of the core guys, who is talking players, that you are interested in seeing this season, whether from a development aspect or regaining aspect form, like someone like Muncy. Let's see. Okay, so he's basically asking, who are you excited about outside of the core guys?
So really, what I'd like to see from it, just to answer the Muncy thing, he had, I think, 36 home runs last year. He was showing the power that he was. The one thing I'd like to see from Muncy is that he's going to start walking more, that's showing the patience that he was in the past. He was always a guy that was going to go up there and take a ton of pitches. He had a great eye, and it was going to be something that I felt like he was either going to get on base or he's going to get a walk. Like, it was a big thing. So I love seeing the power, hope the power stays, but I want to see that patience at the plate at the same time, and hopefully all that comes together. The guy that I want to really, I kind of want to see most of all is James Outman. I want to see what he can really do because this is going to be the second year is the toughest year.
Sophomore slump's real.
Yep. To repeat what he was doing, show that he's learned more on the defensive side of the ball, in the outfield and center field, being the leader out in the outfield, and still showing that he has some power. He had a home run, I think it was yesterday. Mm-hmm. So he's showing that he could still have that power. But if he can be a guy that is, again, you're talking about your 7 hitter. If he's a guy that is going to be giving you, 20, 25 home runs, playing a great defense, doing all those things, that just lengthens your lineup from up and down the 1 through 9. And that's what we see from teams like Atlanta. Their 1 through 9 is stacked all the way through. Think but the 8 hitter can hit a home run on you at any point. I want this Dodger lineup to look like that as well. And I think they can, and I think it should. It's just whether or not guys like Outman get rid of the sophomore slump like you were talking about.
Yeah, that's big. I think another name is one that everybody's already kind of touting as, hey, he's going to be really good, and that's Teoscar. I'm always a little skeptic about just touting him as, okay, he's already going to be great. He's going to play better than he was in Seattle. That's a dangerous thing to do. So I'm looking forward to Teoscar getting to just see how he acts in a fresh environment and see what goes on over there in Dodger Blue. So
I think you have some options going on in the corner of the outfield.
That's right.
In right field and left field, you have options in both.
Yeah. So whether you see slumps or not, you got a lot of rotation. Yeah.
There's another guy that's going to come on. And by the way, Outman hit a home run off a lefty yesterday. So that's another thing they were saying whether or not he was going to go back and forth when he was going to platoon out there. The answer was no, but he'll get some time off. But it was because of hitting lefties. If he can hit a lefty with consistency like that, he's a good way to go.
With that defense? Gosh.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this game.
Right, let's do it.
It's a quick, short game. This is basically going to be something that we can do throughout the week.
Sure.
How well does Corporate Greg know his Dodgers?
Oh,
So,
probably not very well like that.
we're going to start off with the superstars. We're going to make this a little easier on you. This is going to be the top 3 of the lineup. Potential
Are
top
you
3.
embarrassing me? Are you trying to embarrass me? I see what we're doing. Okay, go. Let's go.
All right,
Let's go.
Mookie Betts leading off. Favorite TV show, Greg? I'm going to give you 3 options, A, B, or C. A,
Okay.
The Flash, the CW's Flash.
I mean, he's
B,
fast.
Game of Thrones, or C, SpongeBob.
All right, so you're throwing in that SpongeBob one at the end. That's a very odd thing to throw in because the other, I mean, they're all very different shows. Is the Flash still on? I don't even think that's still on. I'll go with SpongeBob. I think I'm gonna go with SpongeBob.
Correct. If I had the
Let's
producer
go.
board, I'd be ding, ding, ding. Yes.
Let's go. One for
SpongeBob.
one.
Fun fact: Squidward was his favorite. It's been his favorite since high school. That's great. Okay, so another quick question for Mookie. I'll keep it to 2 for each guy, so we have time.
Sure. Great.
Obviously, Mookie is known as a multi-athlete star. He used to be a great high school basketball star back in the day, but also bowling, as we know, with his charity events and everything. But he also does, professional bowling at times. So I'm going to ask you, what was his best score? A, 290. B, did he reach the 300, or C, 295? Correct.
300.
2017, Mookie Betts bowled a perfect game. So
Absolutely.
if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
that guy is crazy.
That was an easy one.
Mookie he's one of those guys who can just do anything. He can pick up any sport.
If he wanted to be a professional basketball player, he would be in the NBA. If he wanted to be a professional lacrosse player, he'd be in lacrosse. Like, he can do whatever he wants. If he wants to play soccer, I'm sure he would be close, not Messi level, but he would be a star in the MLS. He can do whatever he wants.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would love to have a little stint with LAFC. That would be fun. Okay, so Freddie Freeman coming up next.
Yeah.
As we know, Freddie Freeman, dual citizenship. He's represented Canada for the World Baseball Classic before.
Yes, sir.
Both parents are Canadian. But I wanted to ask you, what SoCal city was he actually born in? So great.
Oh, I knew this.
Here are your options.
Oh, I did this once.
A, Arcadia.
No,
C, Fountain Valley. Or C, San Clemente.
I think he's a San Clemente guy. No? Yeah, I got that one wrong, huh?
Locked in? Fountain Valley.
I knew it wasn't Arcadia. I knew for sure it wasn't Arcadia.
That's right. Freddie Freeman was born just outside of, the little Saigon area. Shout out to Miles Square Park, where we will be having our pickleball pickleball madness tournament. So look forward to that. And
March 23rd should all be there.
That's right. Freddie Freeman's hometown. All right, next question for Freddie Freeman. Freddie came straight out of high school at the age of 17. But what college would he have gone to? Which one did he end up, deferring his acceptance, whatever it was? A, Cal State Long Beach.
Okay.
B, Fresno State. Or C, Cal State Fullerton.
Oh, they're all good. Let's go with Fullerton.
Correct. Go Titans.
Right.
He would have been a Cal State Fullerton.
Wasn't that where what's his name? Where Justin Turner went? Didn't he go to Cal State Fullerton?
I believe he is. Yeah, we got a lot of Titans and dirtbags in the MLB. Dirtbags are the Long Beach, if you didn't know. Yeah. So okay, as we run out of time here, let's get to the superstar.
Can we do that? Can we wait till Wednesday to do it? Let's get a couple more out of the chat, and we'll
love that.
Hold that.
Yeah.
We'll tease that. Let's get a little more out of the chat so that the chat feels like they're very much a part of all this. All right, let's go with Reefism. Is Mookie Betts? I'll let you answer this one. See if you can know it. Is Mookie Betts playing second base exclusively this year?
Okay, so to my knowledge, he's going to be 90 to 95% second base all year. He will be the everyday starter, as we call it, but there will be opportunities for him to rotate out to right.
Yeah, he has the ability to play right, but that's why they brought in multiple guys. Manny Margot and Jason Hayward are out there, and they should be roaming out there most of the time. If they need him to go to the outfield, he will, but I think he wants to strictly play second base. He actually said something early in spring training, said that he didn't even bring his outfield glove because he's interested only in playing second base. I think that what that does too is it really helps your infield infield defense, and also it should lengthen his career as well. So there's a lot of things that can go on for him.
Less taxing on the legs. And I mean, the MLB is already putting him as top 3 second baseman in the league. So
because he is.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just
incredible.
how that works out.
We can't glaze Mookie enough on this. Marcus
No.
Limbet's the superstar. But Greg, I think that's all we have.
We do.
For today, we teased, of course, you'll get to know Shohei a little more in our game on Wednesday. Of course, we won't be here tomorrow as we will be celebrating the Hall of Fame ceremony for Mason and
Congratulations, boys.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna go find Travis and yell at him for not. I watched him walk back and forth from the studio.
Come on,
and did
Travis.
not actually come in here. So I'm gonna go yell at Travis after this, and then I'm gonna get to a meeting in 5 minutes. So let's.
All right.
I appreciate you, Parker. Thank you to LAX, and then we'll see you on Wednesday for the next edition of the Blue Review.
Yes, sir. Thank you.